Hey everyone, I am Seth from Myriad Misadventures.
And I'm Dan, and we will discuss how we made the cafe.
The cafe is our second fight video after the map, and it continues the story of the skater and the tourist when they meet again and get in another fight.
So shooting at a bar or a coffee shop came to mind pretty early when we decided where we wanted to shoot the next film.
So that was a little different than for the map. For the map, we found a cool place and then decided, you know what, we'll shoot here. But for the coffee shop, we had an idea about where we wanted to shoot, and then we needed to find a place that sort of fit that idea.
So the two locations was 622 Beer Warehouse, where Max owns and manages and runs. And the second location was Jazz Garden, where my friend owns the bar and manages it. And we decided Jazz Garden because it just was more convenient.
We got kind of lucky since we had options. Max works at 622, and Dan knows the guy at Jazz Garden. If we didn't have options, it would have been a little tougher. We would have had to ask around and try to find someone that would let us film at their place.
So the next thing we decided on is how to shoot because the characters did not have their things.
At the end of the map, they didn't have their stuff because we didn't film it at the end of the first day, and we went back the second day to film. The whole area had changed, so we couldn't film it.
So my character, we decided I go back and get all the props and things and sell. Then go back and get anything, and which led into the cafe.
So after we had our location and our beginning, we started working on the script and the choreography. This was a little more in-depth than when we made the map. For the map, we didn't really have dialogue. We had a rough idea of what we were going to say, but we didn't decide for sure what we were going to say until the day we were filming. But for the cafe, we actually wrote it all out, we practiced it, all that stuff.
So for the map, we had three parts. For the cafe, we learned about chunks, so we shot a lot of small parts.
For the map, we broke each of those three pieces down into smaller pieces when we filmed out of necessity, but we practiced them as three big pieces. And when we filmed, we only filmed each bit from one angle, so we didn't have many options when we were editing the video. But for the cafe, since we broken it down and practiced it beforehand, we also broke down the shot angles. We filmed each shot from multiple different angles instead of just one, so that we had more options when we edited.
So for the cafe, we had some scheduling conflicts because it was filmed during the time when Seth travels a lot for the blog.
Yeah, scheduling was pretty tough this time. All right, so now we're gonna head over there and check out the place where we filmed, Jazz Garden and the area around it.
Hello guys.
Yeah, that's my finger. All right, so now we're at Window of the World, which is sort of like a theme park full of mini replicas of all sorts of stuff, like the Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel Tower, things like that. It's pretty much everywhere. This area right here is all like European styled. It's really popular for taking pictures. If you come here at any time, there's always people taking pictures.
So just straight ahead, over here is Jazz Garden. All right, so this is where we filmed the outside bits. Jazz Garden, they have a traditional bar that's on the inside, and it has a lot of alcohol, and they have an outside area, public area. So we decided to shoot on the outside that didn't have all the film and footage of alcohol. And at last, it was much easier to run away from Max doing her scene.
So we actually ran into a bunch of problems regarding filming at a commercial location that we hadn't really anticipated. When we filmed the map, since it was just outside at a random place, we could go and practice whenever we wanted. But for the cafe, we had to come and practice when they weren't open, because we can't just be practicing a fight while people are having a drink. So we actually did most of our practicing at Max's bar, because when Dan and I could meet up was usually when Jazz Garden was already open, so we had to practice there most of the time. We came here to check the place out so we could plan the fights, but we didn't actually start practicing here until right before we actually filmed the video. So having trouble practicing added to how long it took to get the video finished.
So we had a lot of trouble filming because it had started raining, and a lot of people just ran into Jazz Garden to get out the rain. So all those people you saw here doing the video were just staying to get dry and staying until the rain stops. So halfway through the video, you can see they just gone because after it stopped raining, they left. So over here, we had employees that started work, and right here, So while we were filming and shooting the fight scenes, the employees clearly wasn't bothered by us, and it made the video seem a little weird.
That was our fault though, because we didn't get the video filmed before they came to work. We wanted to have everything done before they got here, but it took us too long. We were also a little worried about the end bit that we filmed out here. There are often a lot of people out there, and we weren't sure how that was going to affect the filming. So we wanted to film at least that end part during the week before people got out of work, because we figured that was when there would probably be the fewest people. And that meant that we had to get it filmed during the summer, because that was the only time that Dan and I weren't working at that time.
So in the end, it all worked out. We learned a lot from shooting this video that we will use for the next projects.
So we want to give a big thanks to Simon Ling and Jazz Garden for letting us film here. If you are ever in Shenzhen, stop by and say hi.
And I want to thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the following new projects coming up.